Welcome to Cardano for You from Alto Stake Pool. In our series, we're going to talk about, not price. We're going to talk about things that are going on in Cardano and cryptocurrency and try to break it down and make it understandable for everybody. This video is purely for entertainment. This video is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. We are not lawyers. We do not know the future. Do your own research or hire a professional advisor. All right, so we're starting to see articles like this. Crypto just became, this is Forbes magazine, crypto just became real estate's hottest new thing. Here's what that means for buyers, sellers, and developers. When we see crypto, that means cryptocurrency, electronic money. We're going to talk about that. I'm a little older, so for some of my friends, this is a little hard to understand. But having been in technology for so long, it just makes sense. And I'm going to explain it in a way that, we can all understand here. So, for example, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like one of 10 or 20,000 different cryptocurrencies, actually. It's like Bitcoin is like saying Chevy. It's just one of, there's Toyotas, there's Datsuns, there's Nissans, all these different types of cars. It's just one. It is the most popular one and has the most value, but it is just one, and it's a currency. It's a money. So, as we know in the past, and still, land is what we feel is very desirable. Very this creates generational wealth. Is ownership of land. You can pass it on to your offspring, your children, your descendants, to other people. It can be used to make money. So land has really kind of two values. It has the value itself of just owning the land. And let's say you're able to grow crops and sell those crops. Or maybe you can have a tenant, someone who rents. You can put them in your land or, in the building on your land, and you make money. And this is kind of like the duality that we see in cryptocurrency. So, for example, Bitcoin is money. It's first generation. It's the first big one that everybody knows about, the first. But it really doesn't do much. So we, again, are focused a little on Cardano. So we're going to keep moving forward. But basically, we're in that phase where the transition, let's say, of the horseless carriage, it's like, we all knew in the olden days that, you could take a horse and tie it to a wagon, it would go somewhere. And then all of a sudden, someone came up with this thing called a motor or an engine, and it's like 20, 40, 50 years later, it's like, hey, I saw this carriage and it was moving without a horse. Can you believe that? And they're like, oh no, it must be magic, Well, we're there again, but it's not magic. We all accept, we all know what's going on. And so we're in that transition from real estate to cryptocurrency, and the marketplace still hasn't sorted itself out. There are so many car manufacturers, for example, Stanley Steamer, gone. All these historic companies, gone, and it took decades for some of this to sort out. But that's where we're at. So let's talk a little more about money. We use, and I'm broadcasting from America in the Silicon Valley, we use something called fiat money. And no, this isn't a small Italian car, family car. Fiat, there's different types of money, but let's take a look at what fiat means. Fiat it's a type of currency that's not backed by any commodity, such as gold or silver. A lot of my friends feel that we're still on the gold standard in the United States, but no, we were taken off the gold standard in 1971. So we believe, it's our belief that our money has value. And that's what backs the money. And for example, I'm just like you guys. I go to my day job and I do my thing and I come home, and at the end of 2 weeks, a number appears in my bank account. Nobody handed me those dollars for doing my task. I was given numbers, electronic numbers. So as we talk about cryptocurrency and you say, well, I don't understand cryptocurrency, think about, you're kind of already using electronic money. It's just electronic money. Again, many of us, our employers, they do not give you cash at the end of the day. For some people that is true, but for many of us who are working in the workforce, you get electronic numbers that show up in your bank account. They don't even want to give you a check. They don't want to do that. They don't want to deal with that. And that actually is part of the wonders of Cardano, is helping to bank the unbanked. But that's another story. We'll get there later. So we're dealing with this fiat currency, and we just have to believe. It really ends right there. And that's the same actually for cryptocurrency. As long as you believe it has value. So like, for example, Dogecoin or the other meme coins, there's so many out there. There's kits where you can make your own, but do they really have value? Most of them don't, in my opinion. So that's fiat money. That's the American dollar, the banknote. Cryptocurrency, again, is digital currency. Again, our focus is really Cardano, so I'm going to be direct. Bitcoin was the first major cryptocurrency. We all know it's money. You can save it, you can hold it in your wallet, you can spend it. And second generation, the big one, is Ethereum. And Ethereum adds utility. And we're going to talk about, this series is actually going to try to explain why the utilitarian value of cryptocurrency with regards to ADA. I'm actually going to cover at a high level the programming, why this stuff has value, and what it might have for the future. For example, for your children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren. I mean, I see, having lived through the pre-internet days, from I can take you guys back, if you're familiar, from the CompuServe days. When the internet came, it was like, wow, there's just so much opportunity here. And again, this opportunity exists, and I just can't even see it because it's so big. So cryptocurrency is a digital currency, second generation Ethereum, and Cardano at this point is still in the works, which is not bad. A lot of people are like, oh, it's going too slow. But for those of you who are a little older, things take time. These fast currencies right now, this week, we've seen Terra Luna implode, and Celsius is imploding right now, and for different reasons. And fortunately, I was not invested in any of those. I'm more old school, casting down my bucket where I sit. So these are electronic monies, and the cool thing about Cardano is it does things instead of just being money. It's that utilitarian value, and we're going to talk about that. So again, some of you are like, well, I don't know. People are telling me that this money is, it's fake, it's not real, and I don't know what to do about it. But to place a thought, when you go to work, you get your money electronically, which again, you haven't touched any dollars, and then you go to Walmart. However you get there, you walk, you catch the bus. You go into Walmart and you need some stuff. Okay, you get some Q-tips, you get some cereal, a loaf of bread, a little lunch meat, some peanut butter, what have you. Then you go to check out. You do not hand cash, paper money or coins, typically, to the cashier. You pull out your credit card, you pull out your debit card, and you use something called ACH. Now take a look here. Nacha. ACH means, let's say you pull out your credit card, and they say, okay, that's going to be $12 for whatever you purchased. And you go home, and it takes about 3 days before you see that transaction has occurred on your credit card. You've got your stuff in hand. And again, you're already using cryptocurrency. You have never used an American dollar in that transaction. You've only seen electronic numbers. And when you look on your phone, or you look in your bank account on the website, you can see that the transactions occurred. It may even take days. And it's just electronic money. That's all cryptocurrency is. But the big thing is, some of the cryptocurrencies are owned and held by companies, and some are held by the people. And that's the goal of Cardano, is to have the currency held and controlled by the people. And the people, all they do is, it's just kind of out there. I don't want to get too far into that. But you already are using the ACH network. Every time you use your debit card or your credit card, when the transfers go into your bank account, you're already using electronic money. There is no paper money. Well, there is, but So let's see. One of the most important things when you start using cryptocurrency is you need a notebook. Okay, go to the dollar store, pick up a composition book or something, and you're going to have to keep this safe. True story. I got a buddy. Lives down in southern country now, no longer lives in the United States. And I can't talk to him about cryptocurrency because he bought a bunch of Bitcoin a long time ago. And he didn't write down his information. And he lost his drive, doesn't know his he doesn't know anything. And the good thing is he's got a retirement. And but he's real sad looking. He looks real forlorn. Don't let that be you. Get a book, get a safe, or keep copies of the book somewhere safe. And this is critical. If you put it on scraps of paper, you're going to lose it, and you're going to lose all your money. Don't do that. Okay. If you're going to start dabbling in cryptocurrencies, you're going to need an exchange. I'm going to show you 3 different exchanges. There's a lot out there. I don't promote any. Nobody's sponsoring me, but I'm willing to take sponsors, to be honest with you. This is one, crypto.com. They're really big. Basically, you have to convert your American dollars into crypto. You you guys are looking at the financial news and you see Bitcoin is $28,000 or whatever it is. It's down to $20,000 today. And even just dipped below 20,000. And you're like, oh my God, I don't have $20,000. Well, you can still buy $5 worth of Bitcoin. It's fractional values. Just like with a dollar, we have a dollar and we have cents. You can have cents. You don't have to have a dollar. Well, it's the same thing. Bitcoin has what are called Satoshis. So you can actually purchase on one of these exchanges $5 worth of Bitcoin, or $5 of Ethereum, or $5 of Cardano. There's going to be some fees, but it's okay. It's a start. If you're not sure what to do, you can open an account somewhere and buy $5 worth of cryptocurrency, and you have it, just like having your money in Bank of America, Bank of the West, or Wells Fargo, Citibank, Chase Bank, any of these other places. All of these exchanges are just like those banks. So here's crypto.com, we have coinbase.com, there is FTX, and there's a whole bunch of them. These are some of the bigger ones. And so, like I said, at that point, your money is held in somebody else's bank. Now, here's the next step. And for you older folks, and hopefully you younger folks that have had to listen to us older folks tell you, you need to take another step to get the money out of the bank and into your pocket. This is why the banks are upset. There are what's called wallets. And for Cardano, there are 2 of them. This is the one you should use. Be very careful. There are a lot of fakes out there. Yoroi is the big one. This is the one that's called a light wallet. You install this on your computer. Take a look at the URL, yoroi-wallet.com. Be really careful of the fake ones. Or do your own research too, just in case a hacker's done something. This is the big one, and it works really fast. You can download it for Chrome. It's an extension that goes into your Chrome browser. And Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Android, and iOS. Okay, so you can put it on your phone. Yoroi only. There's another wallet. Now this is the one that is fast and easy. You can transfer your money from crypto.com or Coinbase or FTX or whoever you bought from, and then once you have it here, it's truly yours. You're taking it away from the custody of, let's say, Bank of America or Wells Fargo. It's no longer in their hands. It's in your hands because you have written down your codes here in your book, so you'll always be able to access it even if you lose your computer. As long as you have your book with your secret codes and passwords written down, you always have access to it. And this is a wonderful thing. And so just in case your bank disappeared one day, which some of you have seen this happen when the savings and loans, Security Pacific Bank's gone, all the savings and loans from the 80s, imploded when they were deregulated. Your money's not gone. You still have it. So that's the wonderful thing. You don't have to worry about faith and trust here when you move it to, let's say, your own wallet. There's another wallet, let me look that up, called Daedalus. Daedalus Wallet. DaedalusWallet.io. This is the official one. Okay, folks, there is no Daedalus for the phone. Not for Android, not for Apple, and there will not be. This is the one where you really need to be careful. I strongly suggest not using Daedalus, and there's a reason for that. Daedalus is what's called a full node wallet, and with a full node wallet, that means it might take a day on a regular computer for it to download all of the data of the blockchain, and it has other features that are more for professionals and programmers than just for holding on to your money. So you want to use your ROI. And the cool thing with both of these, though, you can also do what's called staking. So we're Alto Stake Pool. You can just, we don't take your money. You can just pick a pool, and it costs you 2 ADA, and what you'll get is about 5% compound return, the exact opposite of the savings and loan, the exact opposite of your credit card, which is crazy. And the money is yours. You can still spend it. You can move it. You can send it back to crypto.com. You can do whatever you want. But whatever you have in your pool, about every 5 days, you get a percentage. Well, hopefully every 5 days. But basically, it works out mathematically. At the end of the year, you get 5% compound back to you. And that's a wonderful thing. But don't use the Daedalus. It is a good wallet. Oh, and folks, the bullhead, don't be afraid of that. Some of you, the Daedalus wallet is made, that design in Asian cultures, the oxen and the bull are very positive things. It's not like a devil head or something like that. I've had people talk to me. It's like, oh, it looks like the devil. No, yeah, well, no, it has horns. But this is a symbol of good luck. It's not a symbol of scary stuff. But again, this is really big. If you install this and turn it on, it's going to take a day, maybe 2 days with a slow computer for it to actually catch up and show you everything. The aura is almost instant. So we're also going to cover, let me hurry up and finish this. We're going to talk about programming. So the cool thing about ADA are smart contracts. And one of the cool things that the thing is, let's say you have 100 ADA, you can actually loan some money, loan ADA to somebody and have them pay you back. And these contracts are nice because basically you can transact. The idea that I came up with is if your kids have their own wallets, there's no age on this, and the wallet is tied to them. Hey, Grandpa, I would like 100 ADA. Can I have 100 ADA so I can go to the movies, buy some pizza, what have you in the future? And you say, sure, Jimmy, no problem. Now you set up a smart contract and you tie it to Jimmy's account. You loan Jimmy that 100 ADA. And with the smart contract, you say, well, you're going to pay me back, 5 ADA every month. You set up the contract and it just goes. And that's also over here. So over here is, I had this set up for us for our video. And basically here we can do this all online. You don't have to program. And that's the cool thing. There's a whole different situation. We'll talk about that later. And also a taller prism. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about all these utilitarian things over time. So thank you very much, and I will talk to you soon.